are my friends. I reject their future friendship, as they have put a lot of pressure upon me. I stand before you today as the president of the National Honor Society and undergrad from Houston Baptist University, and the #1 graduate in graduate school from Houston Baptist University. But the truth be told, I failed the 5th and the 6th grade. You see, today I just want to tell you 2 simple stories. No big deal, just 2 simple stories. I want to tell you how somehow, after failing the 5th and the 6th grade, I'd end up as a millennial CEO and founder of a $200 million company. It all started before I was born. You see, my parents did the best they could with what they had, but they quickly got addicted to drugs. And by the time that I was 6 years old, they could no longer afford to keep me. They could not legally keep me. And I ended up being a product of Child Protective Services all the way till I was 18 years old, from the time that I was 6. And it wasn't until I was in high school until I met a man who would later become my mentor. His name was Michael Merritt. You see, Coach Merritt was the coach of the speech and debate team, and he saw something in me. And as everybody gave up on me, he looked at me and told me, you have a gift for communication, but you have one weakness. You don't listen. And he would then take me under his wing and force me to do a speech and debate tournament. And I got in there with my gift and my arrogance, and I lost my first tournament. And the judges wrote on the paper, you're gifted, but you're too loud. You need more vocal variety. And he said, son, if you just listen to me, I will make you a master of communication. So I listened. I listened to Michael Merritt. I listened to Mr. Merritt. And I never lost a speech tournament again. 20 plus major tournaments. And I even took Ball High School to state. 20 plus. All because I listened. And so I never understood the impact of how much listening would help me in my life. And it was 10 years later that I would meet a millionaire who had no job. And I couldn't figure it out. But I was smart enough or dumb enough to ask him a question that caught his attention. I said, sir, what kind of books do you read? Because I have to have that car. He laughed at me and he told me, listen, I'll teach you. And I can tell you have a gift, but I won't teach you if you won't listen. And he challenged me to go all the way to Dallas, Texas, to listen to him in a seminar, and I had $300 to my name. And I literally used that $300 and then pulled out 40 out of overdraft, don't judge me. And got to Dallas, and I couldn't afford the hotel, and I sat in the car and I listened to him. And then from that moment, he would teach me because I would listen. And I retired when I was 29 years old. You see, listening is what got me here. Not my arrogance, but listening. And so luckily for me, I was a genius at listening because Coach Merritt taught me how to listen. Today I am successful not because I was born in the right family. I was not. Not because I was born the right culture or color in America. I was not. All right. The truth is, I am successful because of mentors only operating in my gift and listening. And that's the message I want to get across to you. I know for sure with 100% assurity that if you find you someone smarter than you, if you only operate in your strengths, and if you listen, you will be successful. There is nothing in life that you cannot do. There is nothing that you cannot accomplish. If you think it, it is automatically yours. You see, I ended you with this story. My assistant wanted to go to college. And she walks inside the University of Houston, and she is frightened because the administration process scared her half to death. And I told her, listen, if you are at the administration level, you automatically graduated. And she could not understand me. She could not understand what I was saying for the life of me. I told her, you cannot graduate if you hadn't got to the starting point at the same time. That's right. You see, when you arrived here, you automatically scheduled your graduation. Every time you show up, you schedule your breakthrough. Amen. But you will only get that moment if you find people smarter than you. If you operate only in your gifts and you listen.